mentioned Cuba and authoritarian regimes. There are a few moments in races that seem like turning points. And many experts looked at that moment on 60 Minutes when you talked about Fidel Castro's literacy program as a turning point in this race. Do you regret at all saying what you said at that time in this race?
No. Look, I have spent my entire life fighting for working people and fighting for democracy. And Brett, if you check my record, I have condemned authoritarianism, whether it is in the Soviet Union, whether it's in Cuba, whether it is in Saudi Arabia. They're not having too many free elections there. Whether it's the United Arab Emirates, wherever it may be. I happen to be old-fashioned, and I believe in democracy. So if you look at a country like China, for example, today, is China a democracy? Of course it's not a democracy. It is an authoritarian country, and she is taking it in a bad direction. But what can we say about China in the last 50 years? Would anybody in their right mind deny that extreme poverty in China has been reduced? Can anyone deny that? Of course not. Does that mean we approve of the Chinese government? No, it doesn't. But I think, sometimes, and I know it's hard, given, gotcha, not you, no, given the media that we deal with and everything else, you say something and people can beat up on you. I think you got to tell the truth. So if in China they've reduced extreme poverty, does that make me a communist who supports China? No, I'm just telling you a simple fact.
I guess it was Democrats who weighed in.
Of course they did.
Stephanie Miller, a Democrat from Florida, said Castro was a murderous dictator who oppressed his own people. His literacy program wasn't altruistic. It was a cynical effort to spread his dangerous philosophy and consolidate power. Well, that's a Democrat.
I know. Well, so what? I got a lot of Democrats who are attacking me as well. You know that. Nothing new there. But, if you remember what Barack Obama said, when Obama correctly tried to bring a normalized relationship with Cuba, what he said, I don't want to misquote him, but he said something, I'm paraphrasing, to the effect that Cuba has made progress in healthcare and education. Yeah, so that doesn't mean you support authoritarian governments. That's all.